Supporters of the switch-off argue that most homes will have gigabit broadband by the 2030s, but of course theoretical access does not guarantee adoption by households. Around 13 to 19 million adults are estimated to be living in digital poverty. And this switchover risks pushing more households into digital poverty. We know that it isn't just older people, it isn't just people who potentially are living in rural communities who don't have or will not be able to access digital television. We also know that 1 in 5 children are affected by digital poverty, and this has a huge impact upon their potential educational outcomes. So I really am concerned that the proposed switch-off risks extending the digital divide and including unequal access to both entertainment and educational resources as well as unbiased news. And of course we need to be clear about the cost of the switchover. Terrestrial television currently accounts for just 3% of the licence fee. By contrast, switching entirely to internet-only delivery could cost £2.1 billion up front and £1 billion annually. I want to ask the Minister today, who is fronting these costs? For the 4.3 million households who rely exclusively on terrestrial TV, this could mean an extra £218 per year simply to access content that today is free to air. And this all comes at a time when 1 in 4 households already struggle to afford their communication services and when millions have had to cancel broadband contracts to make ends meet during the cost of living crisis. Once again, this switchover has potential risks. And I think we can all agree in the current world, terrestrial TV has an important role as a trusted source of information. Research shows that 96% of people trust the information they receive on terrestrial TV. And in this age of misinformation, that is not a luxury. It is a necessity to healthy democracy and civic society. Broadcast television is that shared civic space where the nation comes together, whether it's the coronation, the Olympics, the Gavin and Stacey finale, or the Women's Euros, which reached more than 22 million on the BBC alone. And it isn't just about culture, it also underpins our critical national infrastructure supporting radio, emergency alerts and communication during crises. Are we comfortable discarding such resilience in our world, which is sadly encountering such growing global instability and increasing informational interference potentially from hostile foreign governments? And I really want to be clear today, I'm not arguing against digital innovation. Streaming offers flexibility and choice for those who can afford it, but it needs to complement, not replace, terrestrial broadcasting. That is why Ofcom have recommended a hybrid model, combining digital, terrestrial and IPTV to give guaranteed universality and resilience. I want to ask the Minister today, who will bear the burden of the annual cost of switching off terrestrial television? Is it going to be taxpayers, the vulnerable, or both? How will the government preserve emergency broadcasting if the network is dismantled? And does the Minister acknowledge that abandoning terrestrial TV risks widening digital divide, raising household costs and potentially weakening our national resilience? Terrestrial television remains one of the last universal, accessible public services, and we should not dismantle that before every household has a real, affordable alternative. Thank you, Chair.